Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. The day has finally arrived. We have been talking about this for over 2 years now, but it is finally here. One of the biggest and most transformative moments in Tesla's history, Giga Berlin Delivery Day. And Elon kicked it off by handing over the first Model Ys, opening the floodgates for Tesla to dominating the European EV market. Tesla now officially has a factory in Europe producing cars. Tesla's most advanced, sustainable and efficient factory. This is such a big moment for Tesla that is hard to even wrap your head around the implications. But let's try to look back at this factory being built, what happened today, and the implication going forward for this factory. Because it could change the entire European car industry forever. So let's check it out and let's dive right in.
I'm incredibly excited to hand over the first production cars from our incredible team here at Giga Berlin Brandenburg.
Yes, the Berlin factory took longer to build than the Shanghai factory, but for German standard this is very fast. Tesla announced the factory in November 2019. They started clearing trees on the 21st of February 2020, and after many holdbacks because of endangered bats in trees and snakes on the ground, they finally broke ground in June 2020 and started deliveries on the 22nd of March 2022. 1 year and 10 months after they broke ground, about 8 months delay because of German bureaucracy. But this is still fast for German standards. The Berlin airport took 14 years to build, and Volkswagen is also building a new factory near its Wolfsburg plant for the EVs with the Trinity platform, but that will not be finished before 2026, so 4 years from now. So Tesla has really built this factory at speeds rarely seen in Germany. And a big shout out to all the great people that have been out there filming drone videos so we could see all the process, like the Tesla Kid, I think he was one of the first to do it, but Tobias Lin, Albrecht from Gigafactory 4, the Wolfpack Berlin and many others have really been out there a lot and bringing us a lot of great videos. I have personally been down there 4 times to check it out and meet up with Albrecht, who showed me around the place. Thank you Albrecht for that, and also the opening fest back in October, meeting up with a bunch of Tesla enthusiasts. So that was also good fun. But Tesla had a lot more German red tape to go through, even though the factory was pretty much ready to go way back in October. But after many months of fighting to get the last approvals, making over 25,000 documents ready to get the final approvals to start production, we're finally here. The day we have been talking about for 2 years is finally here. Tesla has turned on the Berlin Giga factory and started deliveries. And the lucky few at the events was mostly people who had pre-ordered the Model Y, and we got to see a lot of great pictures from inside the factory thanks to all the enthusiasts that throwed all the pictures and videos out on Twitter. So the lucky first to get the cars are all the performance Model Y customers. That is what Tesla is starting with at the Berlin factory, the performance Model Y. And we got to see some videos of the first made in Germany Model Y performance number 001 being delivered to customer and driving off. And Elon did another little dance like he did in Shanghai when they started deliveries and here in front of the car before it was delivered. And Elon even signed some of the cars. Priceless. Seems to be some good vibes at the factory today. And Tesla has already over 3,000 employees working at the factory, but this is just the beginning. When the first phase fully ramps up, Tesla expects to have 12,000 people working at the factory, building 500,000 cars a year and producing 50 gigawatt hours of Tesla's own batteries for all those 500,000 cars. And if it will ramp up as fast as the Model Y production line did in Shanghai, we should see about 100,000 Model Ys being produced in this factory this this year, and that should scare the German automakers. Someone like Mercedes or BMW both only produced about 100,000 BEVs in all of 2021. Let that sink in for a moment. BMW has been making EVs for a decade, did only deliver about 100,000 BEVs last year, and Tesla will do that this year with this brand new factory alone. If this is not the best showcase of how fast Tesla is able to ramp up compared to the so-called competition, I don't know what is. And this factory will probably produce something like 350 to 450,000 electric vehicles already next year in 2023, if the numbers we have seen from Shanghai are anything to go by. And this factory should do even better, because this is a more efficient factory with less complicated Model Ys to build, with a lot less steps to produce this car versus the Shanghai and Fremont version. German legacy automakers should be scared. And they are. We have seen Volkswagen Group holding multiple meetings during the build of this factory about what they should do to be able to keep up with this factory Tesla are building in their backyard. But meanwhile, Volkswagen held 3 meetings over the last 2 years. Tesla has finished their factory, and Volkswagen had come to the conclusion after retooling their Zwickau factory to become a pure EV factory that they would never be able to keep up with Tesla if they didn't build an EV factory from the ground up, and will now build their own version of the Berlin factory near Wolfsburg plant to make their next generation of a battery powertrain platform, but that will not be ready before 2026. So all these meetings didn't really pan out to something that could keep up with Tesla. Volkswagen will try to get to where Tesla is today in 4 years. And with the numbers that Volkswagen thinks Tesla will be able to build, they clearly have not understood this monster of a factory Tesla is building. That is, by the way, still Tesla's smallest factory today, because this is only phase 1 of the factory. They are already building parts of the second phase. That is where the battery factories are coming along, which should be done sometime this summer. That will be able to produce, when fully ramped up, more batteries in Europe than what Volkswagen has a plan for by 2027. Tesla will be ready this year and probably fully ramped up in a couple of years. And Tesla is also well on the way with the logistic area in the corner of the land here, but hopefully German politicians will reduce the amount of steps in the approval process for building these factories, because politicians have been out saying they would like to use Tesla's Berlin factory as an example of how difficult they have made it to just build a factory. So hopefully it will not be quite as difficult to make the last 3 phases of the factory, because this is also what someone like Volkswagen is forgetting. The end game for this factory is not just to produce 500,000 cars, it is to produce 2 million cars. And that is the checkmate move Tesla have made here in Europe, because if or when they will produce 2 million cars from this factory alone, and all of them will just be going to the European market, that will make Tesla the biggest automaker in Europe. Here is a list of the biggest car brands in Europe. And as you can see, if Tesla makes 2 million, they will deliver more cars, not just EVs, but cars in Europe than any other car maker on the planet. From one factory. Remember, someone like Audi makes on a global scale 1.6, 1.7 million vehicles per year, with 19 factories in 12 different countries, and Tesla will do 2 million with just one factory. Talk about efficiency. So this is just the first step of Tesla's big push in Europe. But this phase 1 alone will make sure that Tesla is the biggest BEV maker in Europe for many years to come. And maybe when Volkswagen has their new big plant ready in 2026, Tesla will have done 2 more phases of this factory. Maybe 3, who knows how fast they'll be able to build the last 3 phases. But what also happened the same week as Tesla started deliveries at the Berlin factory is then in Norway, the EV capital of the world, Tesla just became the car brand that has sold most EVs accumulated in the country. Volkswagen has been selling the e-Golfs in 2002, and Tesla started delivering of the Roadster back in 2009, but just this week they became the number 1 in Norway. And if we look at the EV sales numbers we have so far from eu-evs.com, we can see Tesla's Model 3 is still the best-selling EV. Number 2 is the Tesla Model Y, and Tesla is the best-selling EV brand in Europe year to date. And now Tesla has a factory on the continent. Yeah, good luck to everyone else. You're gonna need it. One thing is for sure though, Tesla is about to open the floodgates to Europe. The first made in Germany Model Y have already been delivered. Now it's just watching how production will ramp up. Man, I don't think your European car industry is realizing what just happened.
I'd just like to thank everyone who helped. Thank you very much. It really made a very big difference. And to the community, and Tesla will make sure that this is a gem, a gemstone for the area, for Germany, for Europe, and for the world. This is. So I want to be clear that sometimes people are sad about the future, or they think, well, will we solve sustainable energy? And maybe the climate issue is too late or something like that. I really want to assure everyone that you can have hope in the future. You should have hope in the future. This problem will be solved, and this factory is a major step in that direction. So believe in the future.
And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.